Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of Twin Talk. My name is Ryan Kamaris. I'm your co-host.
And I'm Cassidy Gamars.
That's right.
I'm the other host.
Your co-host. I don't know why I started out like that. That's weird. Please don't judge too harshly on that. But this is the second episode of Twin Talk. Do we want to reveal the topic now?
Yeah, it's college versus high school, right?
Yeah. High
That's
school
our
versus
topic.
college.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, you know.
Hope you enjoy.
Yes. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it.
Right, just
No, that sounds way
End
too
it.
cringy. All right. Hopefully you enjoy the episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's a quote from somewhere.
What'd you say?
I said that I was born ready. It's a quote from someplace at some time. I'm quoting something. I know I am.
All right. So,
Are we recording?
yes, we're recording.
Okay, you know, I can never tell because your computer's facing towards you and not towards me.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. So don't
That's
ever-
kind of an unfair thing.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's going to start it, though.
It's fine. It's whatever. I guess.
We've had 40 seconds of dead air.
Heck yeah, we have.
There has been 40 seconds of nothing.
All
People are
right,
like,
start
is this
talking.
is this going? Am I listening to something right now? Or is it just
Just-
emptiness?
Just start talking. What do you want to talk about?
All right, so this is the second episode of Twin
Third,
Talk.
because the last one is gonna
Right, of
split
course.
into
Right.
two.
That's right. It's not.
You pinky promised.
I said I'd consider it.
You said pinky. You pinky promised. Like, yeah, I'll do it.
I started.
It's on video.
Gosh, we might have to. We'll just upload one. We'll just upload it as one big one, and it's just gonna be
no, right? We agreed on two.
no. Instead of splitting it up into two parts, having two separate episodes, we'll just have it as one big episode, like the opening
Yeah,
episode,
part
like
one,
the
part two.
inaugural episode.
Part one, part two.
No, just one.
Ryan.
No one's gonna go to part two if we're gonna split it. There's no
one's gonna watch a 15-minute podcast.
listen to. Gosh, get it right. Yeah, man. Okay,
We're
so
splitting into two. Okay, moving on.
okay, all right, we're not, but
Yes, we are.
we still gotta talk about it.
You hit me in the face with your umbrella today, Brian. You
I
really
was,
did.
dude, I was moving it. It was in the passenger seat. I was like, oh, let me move it, and then
Well, and I was moving your trash.
well, it was.
So you owe me this.
You
Brian,
bent down to pick it. Why didn't you just wait? I was moving
'cause
a
I
big
was
umbrella.
being a nice person, Ryan, and cleaning up your seat for you.
Yeah, maybe I should have just looked. Okay, so today's topic: high school versus college, and what our experiences have been so far. This might be a long episode, Cass.
Ugh.
Why? It's an awesome topic.
So much talking.
We have so many people. You don't like talking? No, I guess
Continue,
not. It makes
continue,
sense.
continue.
So many people that are listening to this right now, if anybody's listening to it.
I doubt it, but continue.
Yeah. If you are listening to this, odds are you're in high school or anything before that. We have very
And
few.
college.
Oh yeah, one of the two. Yeah, you know
we
what?
have
Yeah,
friends,
yeah,
Ryan.
that's right. I mean, I was talking about specifically high school people, but yeah, you're right. A great majority of the people that are either listening to this or are looking at clips from this are in either high school and college. And we have great experiences for both, don't we, Cass?
They're fantastic.
Oh, yeah. So let's get into it. So, high school.
How was your high
4
school
years of high school.
experience?
It
How was
was-
that for you, Ryan? Good? Bad?
I really couldn't come up with an easiest year. Could you?
Huh. Freshman year?
See, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know.
Yeah, because of all the adjustments.
Because I feel like senior year was the easiest.
Yeah,
If you had-
senior year is pretty easy.
If
too.
you had to put a gun to my head and say, yo, Ryan,
All right.
pick your easiest
I'd say
high school
freshman
year, you'd say freshman.
Yeah, I
Why is
would.
that?
because it was the easiest.
But I feel like senior year, you have so much control over your
But also senioritis and stress of college.
True. You know what? Never mind. Take that back. I didn't even think about that. I was
Mhm.
mad stressed, especially in fall of high school, senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably freshman year. Sophomore year, no. Junior year, definitely not.
Oh yeah, junior year was terrible.
Should we break down each year?
No. Why would we?
Well, because we have a lot to talk about.
Do we? I don't really have
Okay,
much
so
to talk about.
All right, so
I did
I
my
think
work,
we
and
okay.
then I
So
left.
Cass,
What?
the question that is on everybody's mind, or on someone's mind,
I
that
doubt
we're
it.
about to answer. Which was easier, or which do you think is easier?
High
and or
school
harder?
or college?
High school or college? Which one do you think is easier? No, sorry. Which one do you think is harder? Easier does nothing any justice.
Which do I think?
Which one do you think is harder? Which do you
High
think is
school.
harder? High school. I agree. High
Yeah.
school all the way.
Because high school, everyone's stressing about their future, and now the future's
Not only
here,
that,
and
high school is
it's-
supposed to prepare you for
terrible.
college. They're supposed to high school. The job of high school is to get you to do anything, so you can do one thing that you're interested in in college. They're trying to set the bar too high for you.
And don't get me wrong, college isn't exactly
college
a
is
walk
not
in
a
a park.
breeze, but
walk in the park.
it's. We were expecting it to be much harder than it
Yeah.
actually is.
I have like 4
College is
classes.
not hard if you apply
It-
yourself.
Apply
You
yourself.
need to try.
Yeah, don't be like,
You're-
I'll float along and everything will
I
be
have a
fine.
bone to pick with my friends.
Go for it. Calling them out.
I'm calling them out. I'm not gonna say the names. My 2 friends at college, probably my closest friends that are at college, not my closest friends of all time, obviously.
Oh, the friends that you've met.
Yes, that we saw Venom together. Well, one of them ditched.
Yeah. Whoa.
They ditched on Venom. Great movie, by the way. You gotta see it.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Anywho.
These 2 friends, they're both pretty smart. One's much smarter than the other.
Jeez, right. They're
no,
gonna figure it
no.
out once you said that they.
That was a joke. They're both very smart. They both have similar interests. One's a little more of a nerd than the other,
You make quite.
but they're
nerds.
both kind of nerdy. But that's not in a bad way. That's just their personality.
Nerds are great.
Nerds are cool. But they blow off class. And it's not like one class a month. It's multiple times.
Just don't do it. That's. I mean,
Don't
if
do
you're
that.
if you're sick,
If you're sick, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Do not blow off class.
just like, hey, I'm not feeling.
If
it
you're
today."
like, oh,
you're literally paying for your.
you are.
education.
You're paying for class. You're
Please
spending
go.
so much money. You may as
Please
well get
go.
something out of it. You're not paying to sleep.
I'd pay to sleep, but you aren't.
Yeah, no. College is not a place for that. If you want to pay to sleep, go to like
Blah,
LB,
blah, 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 blah.
LLB. What?
Are you gonna start naming colleges?
No. I was gonna say LL Bean or like I don't know why I said LL Bean
Hello, Bean.
or like I don't know Bob's Mattress Firm. I just combined 2 names.
We are so off topic.
Mattress Firm and Bob's Furniture. Go sleep somewhere in there. You want to get paid to sleep? You can pay minimum wage to test out mattresses. That's not
I
what
would
college is for.
love to do that.
That would be fun. That would
That's
be
like
fun.
my
I'm gonna leave it
ideal
at that.
job.
That's not what you're paying for college for. You're paying to go to college to learn and to become an expert in a field that you want to be an expert in.
And hopefully make something of yourself.
Yes. Hopefully you can have a really great future.
That's the hope.
Strong study suggests very strongly that kids that go to college are much more likely to have a greater income and a greater life than
That's
people
not
that
saying
don't.
if you don't go to college,
is
you'll
not.
have a terrible
there
life. That
are
is
situations where you are, you know,
false. Do what you want to do.
yes, college is
Blah,
not
blah, blah.
college is not a requirement. You can get paid $100,000 a year straight out of high school at certain jobs. I mean, they're a little more highfalutin jobs. You got to try a little more than your minimum wage job, but you got to be qualified and stuff. But you don't need a
But
a
if you're in
college
college, you need to try.
degree. Yeah, if you're going bottom line, if you're going to college, you got to try.
Don't.
That's
skip
my
class.
bone to pick with my friends. They skip class. They're
It's
both.
calling you out.
One of them
Oh
is
no.
so incredibly lazy. Like so.
Right, you're just trashing on people
They
now.
don't, nobody knows who they are, so it's fine.
They
know
know
who they
who-
are, though. No, we're cool. We're very
You're gonna
close.
lose.
We're very close. We're very joking with each other. We are very.
Okay.
We joke a lot.
all
Dave,
right.
you know who you are.
You say that. Okay. But yeah,
Ryan's always wrong.
where are we coming from? Oh yeah, we think high school is harder than college.
We think bottom line, high school is harder than college.
But
gets
that's
better.
only right now because it's first semester freshman
Yeah.
year. College is gonna
Yeah,
get so
we're-
much worse.
Yeah, you're scaring everybody. But
College
the reality
great.
is, yeah, freshman year of college, easy breezy.
I wouldn't say it's easy breezy. Everyone has different experiences, and obviously it's a big transition, and that's why
It is.
people have issues.
It is. You're right.
Yes,
You know what? That is a great point.
the transition.
College is not an easy transition for most
Yeah.
people. For me, it is.
It's well, because you commute, Ryan.
That's what I want to get into next. But finish your thought, and then we'll get into.
Oh, I forget my thought.
Then
now.
we'll get into commuting versus. living.
Okay.
That's a great.
But yes, it's a
topic.
huge transition, and I'm not saying that college is a walk in the park because it honestly isn't. It's,
isn't,
It's
no.
wicked hard, and
It is hard.
It's tough to adjust for a lot of people.
Yes.
Most people, practically everyone. So
But high school's harder.
high school academically, there's more rigor and more emphasis. Teachers are literally
They're
supposed.
pushing you harder.
Yes,
Teachers in college,
they
professors
literally
in college,
don't care about you.
they do not care. At the end of the day, they don't
And
care.
that's what I think gives the illusion of making it easier because
Yes.
I think we were used to the
Yep.
hardcore.
Rigorous.
Yes, and
That's not the same in college. Not to
It's-
say that college isn't harder because it could be.
again,
But
we have very limited experience.
We've
We're
been in
like
college for 2 months.
very limited experience.
It's already been 2 months.
Holy crap.
I feel like it's been at the very most a month.
Anywho,
College right now feels easier because it's not as rigorous as high school was. Teachers aren't pushing us as hard. Not to say that teachers don't want us to succeed. They want us
teachers
to
are
succeed.
great. We love teachers.
But they're not going to track down 330 kids and tell them all to do their calculus homework because they don't have the time for that. And
they shouldn't do that.
they don't need to. It's your responsibility to do your work.
Yeah, I think with college comes a lot more personal responsibility, and that can be
Yes.
either a blessing or
Yes.
a curse,
Exactly.
depending on how
Could not
you
have said it better.
do. Oh, thank you.
No problem, man. But yeah, college right now is easier. It's how much stress you put yourself under, basically.
Again, I think it has to do with who you are as a person and who you
Yes, this is our
strive to
views.
be. And I think you have to have a good work ethic.
Yes, you do.
I think that's one of the most important qualities you can have, along with being kind and working hard. I'm turning this into a
You're
preachy,
turning this into a very like
preachy session.
preachy, yeah. But
Be a good person.
to your point,
Yes.
what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
You blanking?
Wait, repeat
I
what
was-
you just said.
Well, I don't know.
What were you just saying?
Be kind. Be a good person. Work hard. Have a good
Oh,
work ethic.
Procrastination
Oh,
is going to be your worst nightmare in college.
I'm
Bottom
such
line,
a
there is
procrastinator.
nothing worse than procrastination. You cannot tell me otherwise.
I'm such a
You
procrastinator.
cannot tell me
I
otherwise.
procrastinate all the time.
Procrastination is such
it's
an
not
issue.
good.
College gives you the illusion, oh, I have 5 days to do this. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go take a nap.
I feel
That
called
is
out.
not the solution. Procrastination is such an issue in college. High school, it's not an issue because you could
Well, it
procrastinate,
is an
but then you
issue.
get absolutely slammed by the horrible grades. And parents want you to succeed in high school.
Most
They want you to
parents.
succeed in college as well, but high school is much more prominent. Your parents are much more involved in high school than they are in college. Legally,
well,
colleges
again,
are not allowed to
oh, okay,
disclose what
okay,
your grades
okay.
are to
yeah,
parents.
that's true. But like again, everyone's situation is different.
Yes,
We don't want
right,
to generalize.
right.
Blah, blah, blah,
This is
blah.
our situation. Remember, anything that we say on this show is our views, our opinions, not the right thing.
Yes.
I'm getting very fired up. I need to calm down.
Yeah,
I
you
need to
need
simmer
to
down.
you need to chill. We're at
Um,
10. We need you at like 3.
Generally, procrastination is much more of an issue among college students than high school students because high school students are constantly being pushed.
I procrastinate all the time in high school.
Oh yeah, same. Who hasn't?
If you haven't, then you're an amazing
But it
person.
bites you in the butt.
It does.
In college, you don't notice it until the grades close, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Shoot, I just
Mhm.
screwed up. I shouldn't have taken a nap at 8:30 in the morning. I should have gone to my 9 o'clock class.
I feel called out. I have not skipped class.
I have never skipped a class.
So like goody two shoes.
We are, we are the same in that aspect.
Yeah.
However, we are not the same in the schools that we go to and in the lifestyles we're living. We live completely
Yeah.
opposite
You commute.
lifestyles.
I live at college.
So, should we? I go to Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, MCPHS for short, MCP when you're talking about it. It's a really nice school. It's a really small school. I think it's a private school.
Yeah.
It's like a borderline private school. It was initially Massachusetts College of Pharmacy, and that was it. And then they added the health sciences later on when it became a more prominent major in that school. But it's a nice school. I love it. I commute to it, and that school is, I would say, 40% commuters. I mean, from what I've heard and from the people I've talked to, I do commute from one of the farthest locations. I
Really?
commute from Plymouth to Boston. Who
Yeah.
does that?
You.
Me. And like one other person I know.
Oh,
We should get together.
train buddies.
We should. I think that would be a wise choice. But yeah, I commute. I have really early classes. I have Monday, Wednesday, 9 o'clock class start, and then I stay there until certain times. All my classes are in chunks. I get all my classes for one day, all out of the way, and then I go home. I don't have a 2-hour window. I just get them all done. Monday, Wednesday is my late day, as I call it, because I get an extra hour of sleep, which is awesome. I don't have to wake up at 5:30. I wake up at 6:30. Look at me go.
Look at you go.
And then Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I have to wake up at 5:30 and catch the 6:30 train. But that's my scenario. Commuting, in most ways,
Would
is
you
better.
would you recommend commuting?
Yes and no. It depends on who you are, and that is a very vague answer. But yeah, it really does depend on who you are. If you want to commute, that's great. You're saving money. You're spending time at home. You're able to work at the same job that you've had, or you can get a job at home, something local. You don't have to get a job in the city, which is horrible, or wherever you go.
I have a job in the city.
You have a job in the school, though. That's different.
It's in a city.
Yeah, but it's like on a campus.
Okay.
It's not like working at Applebee's or something.
Applebee's?
Yeah.
Out of all the choices.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, commuting, I love it. I really do. I thought I was going to hate the train, and actually I've fallen in love with it. I have
What?
this strange love for the commuter rail, the MBTA. Like, I love the commuter rail. I love the subways. They are a little dirty at times. I have not experienced anything grotesque, but I have heard horror stories. I will not go into detail. That's how horrible they are. Is someone here?
Hello.
What? Where are you going?
Where are you going?
That's cute.
Are
All
we
right.
gonna come with?
No.
We're not coming with?
Are we going to pick you up? Oh.
Oh.
That's cute. All right.
Save us seats.
Yeah, save us seats if you get there early. We'll let you know.
Not front row.
No, like middle.
Middle.
Nobody likes the front
Middle
row.
center.
It's way too close to the instruments. The tuba blocks you. It's really gross.
Yeah, and the sound goes above you.
Did he close the door? Bye.
He said he didn't even say
He
bye.
didn't say bye. That was our brother, by the way. We're going to see Godspell, which is being
This
put
is
on
gonna
by
be
Pembroke
edited
High School.
out.
No, we're keeping this in, dude.
No,
Oh, no, we're keeping that in.
that's weird.
It's
That has
genuine.
nothing to do with.
Our brother just showed up. He is leaving to go over a friend's house, and we're going to Godspell at the 7 o'clock showing. It is currently 5:10. We have a lot of time.
I'm pumped.
We are very excited to see the show.
I'm so excited.
From what I've seen, I've been to a couple of their rehearsals. It is awesome.
Everyone involved, you're great. I love you.
Yes.
Okay.
Every single person that is involved is awesome. The freshmen are killing it.
I haven't.
They have
met
so
any
many
of
good
them.
freshmen. Holy crap!
They're
There's this one. I'm not gonna give you
No,
names.
We're not gonna get details. They're just great.
They're
Okay.
awesome. We love them. They're incredible.
We love everyone involved in that.
We
show.
love everyone in that show. The freshmen have
Yes.
surprised us. They're great. We love them. We are very excited. to
Okay,
see the
what
show.
were we talking about before?
We were talking about commuting.
Yes.
I have a
commu-
strange obsession for the
You
for the
had. You
MBTA,
said
the
you
commuter rail, and
like
subways.
quote. You've fallen in love with.
Somewhat. It's great. I get to travel really fast into the city without driving. I get to get work done. I can do all my homework on the way home, and I have nothing to do at home. I just go to work. That's awesome. I'm paying off debt, and I'm still going to school. That's awesome.
Hooray!
that was very lackluster. But yeah, so we were giving prerequisites, things that you should be looking for if you're commuting. In every single way, it's better than living on campus, except for the social aspect. You're gonna not have as much friends as you would if you were gonna live on campus. That's just the facts. You're not involved with as many things on campus as you would be if you were living on campus.
Mm-hmm.
That's
just
one
kinda how it
trade-off.
is.
That is one trade-off, but it's a big trade-off.
I would say convenience as well for living on campus.
True. Yeah, that's
Sense of
another
community.
big thing.
Yeah.
You gotta wake up, a couple hours early, just to get to class. Depends on where you're going. If you're just like driving 10 minutes to, like, I don't know, Bridgewater or something, that's one thing. But I go into the city. It depends on where the location is. If you're 20 minutes away from your college, whatever, you wake up an hour early. You get there, no, 20 minutes before. It's fine.
Yeah.
I gotta wake up pretty early. I gotta wake up probably 2 hours and 15 minutes before my classes start, because that's just how it is. I gotta go into the city. It's 30 miles away from where I live. That being said, commuting's awesome. I still get to work. I'm a referee for almost 5 years now. That's awesome. I get to keep that job. I love refereeing.
Aw.
And I still get to drive the Maxmobile. The Maxmobile.
Oh dear.
We should get into that.
No.
It's my other
no
job. I put up signs for Remax Spectrum. It's my dad's company.
quality.
Paid minimum wage. Just another part-time job. I drive around in a van, and I put up that's the very
I drive around
broad.
in a van.
So that's why I got into podcasts.
Because you're driving.
Because I've been driving for so long.
Oh.
I drive so much. It's so boring. I gotta listen to something. I gotta listen.
Music.
Music only gets me so far. You keep on hearing the same stuff over and over again.
No, not if you have good playlists.
Yeah, and then I look weird and I'm like jamming out in the driver's seat,
Who
and some
cares?
dude looks over. I'm in like Dartmouth, and like some dude just like. "What the
I'm
heck
in
is that?"
Dartmouth.
Well, it's like on the regular, dude. Not Dartmouth, but
Okay,
like, maybe like. I would say Plymouth, Brockton, Cape Cod. Not as far as P-Town. No, God, no. No. Maybe like halfway down to Cape Cod at the max. A Acushnet at the max. No, not a Acushnet. That's not a Cape. That's near the Cape, but it's not. I don't go very far into the Cape. And then otherwise, it's just Eastern Massachusetts. That's it.
Fun
It-
stuff.
But yeah,
All
I drive
in all,
around.
commuting, would you recommend? Yay, nay.
If you're not worried about making friends, if you're a very extroverted person, if you're very good at making friends, if you're very good at talking to people, and you don't mind not being able to do activities on campus, then commuting is perfect. It literally is. You don't have to live in a dorm and pay I don't know, $15,000 for it per semester. That's bonkers. That is outrageous. You're living in a little closet.
Okay, I live in a dorm, and honestly, it's not that bad.
It's not bad, but
Just
wait,
putting my 2 cents in.
it's just so
Don't attack me.
expensive. That's the thing.
Would you recommend bottom line?
Yeah.
Yes, depending on who you are. as a
It depends on who you are.
person. Okay. Solid.
Anything else I have to say?
No.
Shoot, is this still recording? Yeah, still recording. We're good. I had a little heart attack there.
Okay, well, I live on
Living
campus.
on campus. How is that, Cass?
It's good. I actually quite enjoy it. Good times. Would recommend. It's really good. You make new friends. Obviously, you're living in very close quarters with everyone, so obviously, you have to be civil to one another. You know what? Shut up, Ryan.
I thought that's all you were gonna say. And I was like, what? That's it?
No,
I just
I'm
went on a 10-minute spiel about how commuting is awesome.
well. I do. I like living on campus. I like being in close proximity. I personally am not a person
Now I'm gonna
to
fill you in
wake
real quick.
up at an early time.
The common consensus among our family was that Cassidy is not gonna like living on campus. She's gonna want to drop out of living on campus by
Yeah.
the end of the semester.
and I like it.
We thought she was not gonna like it. She is not a people person, and she likes it.
Hey,
No, you aren't though.
I'm more introverted.
Yes, you are more introverted than extroverted.
Yeah,
We
but I
didn't think
like
she would like it.
people. If you say I'm not a people person, that makes me think.
No, but
like,
you're not gonna have a conversation with the dude sitting next to you in class.
No, why would I?
Exactly. I would.
Why?
Well, maybe I'm in a different position. I need to make friends because
yeah, I'm just like
I gotta
need
get
to learn
connections on
and get
campus.
out.
Otherwise, I'm just like a loser. I'm just a big loser.
That's true.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry, I cut you off there. I just wanted
You
to
cut-
say
you
because
cut
we
me off for a
thought
while.
she wouldn't like it, and she
Yeah.
likes it.
Because I am an introverted person, and talking to people voluntarily, it's not my cup of
Surprising.
tea. That makes me sound like a
Shocking.
terrible person. I am just relatively shy.
Not at all.
So, but I really do like living on campus. I felt
I
myself
get it.
becoming more extroverted in a way. Like I'll
Yeah,
have
it brings out the
does.
extrovertedness in you.
it does, and that's very nice. It's a very nice change of pace. It's good times. I've met a lot of new people.
Yeah.
Genuinely enjoy meeting these people. These are great. I made some amazing
Careful,
friends.
they could be listening.
Hello, random people that I've met. It's been great. But yeah, Made some awesome friends. They're fantastic.
Yeah.
What? I love my roommate. She's
Yep.
great.
Where do you go to school? We don't even know
Oh
where you
yeah,
go to school. Cass.
Emmanuel College in Boston.
Yep. So we are a 2-minute walk away from each other, which is good and bad.
Bad?
Minor things.
What?
Like
I-
minor things.
I was saying it's good. I was just thinking entirely good, but if you're thinking good and
No,
bad,
the one bad thing is that if I have to give something to you, like I have to get something to you,
yeah, that's
it's
good.
hard for me to find time to give something to you. Like I had to give you $3 in quarters for laundry, and I couldn't for 2 weeks because my schedule is that tight.
Mm.
I have to get back for work.
I don't blame you.
Like the commuter only runs, it runs an hour per every hour in the morning, and then at midday, which is usually when I'm getting out of school, it runs every 1.5 to 2 hours. So if I miss that 12:25 train, I have to wait until 2:50 for the next train. That's bonkers. I don't want to do that.
That's fair.
And getting to you is kind of out of the way. It's away from where I
Where
get
you're-
on
Normally,
the Green Line.
that's fair.
But sorry, you go.
You're making me lose my train of thought, bro.
Sorry, train of thought. Yeah, man.
That was
we
unintentional.
went through all of this just to
No.
say that.
I made that up on my own. I'm so proud of myself. Anywho, yeah, living
No,
on
it
campus.
was unintentional. We know it was unintentional.
Living on campus would recommend. Honestly. You know, stop mimicking me. It's a good time.
That was 3 minutes.
That was 3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes, man. From the time you started talking about living on campus.
It's good. Would recommend. Bottom line.
Great.
Is that it? We talked about social. We talked about educational. We talked.
We're gonna talk about more. You thought that was over? No, we're not. We're not done.
Ugh.
What?
I mean, yeah.
You gave us 3 minutes, Cass, of your wise wisdom
I
and
have
knowledge.
none. All I do,
Wise
all I'm
wisdom, guys.
I have none. I was just saying, oh yeah, it's a good time. I gave reasons.
I went pretty in depth, man. How's working in the city? How's that in the city?
Oh yeah, I have a job on campus. I
What
love
is it?
it.
Go into it.
Oh, I'm an office assistant for the assistant director of residence life and the director of the new residence hall on campus.
Nice. When will that be open
It is already open
to the public?
at this moment in time. Yes,
To the public.
there's a Dunkin' Donuts if you wanna pop by.
I make plans on going there soon, just exclusively for the donuts. I hope they have butternut donuts. The one in South Station does not have butternut donuts.
Oof.
I'm very upset. They only have double chocolate, which is my second favorite. It's good, but the butternut just satisfies this. have for I love butternut donuts, guys. If you want to get on my good side, just toss me 2 butternut donuts. I'll consume that 800 calories in 10 seconds flat.
Oh my
Stuff's
goodness.
addicting. Double chocolate is good too. If you're in the same situation, I know butternut donuts are extremely rare to find.
He really wants butternut donuts. Give him one,
I
please.
really want one.
so he
It
can
has been
stop
so
talking
long.
about it.
It has been so long since I've had a butternut donut from Dunkin' Donuts.
I don't even
Not
know.
a sponsor, but if you want to sponsor us, Dunkin', we're listening.
I don't even have a response for
We're
that.
not
I'm
making
just-
money off this, by the way. I feel like we should disclose that. We are not making money. We're in debt.
We're just bored,
This
and
is
we-
not just a boredom thing.
and we want to do this. Yeah,
We actually want to do this. She doesn't.
I
apparently.
do.
She doesn't.
I do. He's making stuff up.
No, in the previous episode, you're like, oh, I only want to do this because you're so into it.
Yeah, I'm making you happy, bro.
What? That's it?
And I like this.
That's
I like
so
talking.
dumb.
I like talking.
Okay, straight up.
Yeah.
If the shoes were on the other feet, if you were like, yo, I really want to do a podcast, and I despise podcasts, I'd be like, no, I don't like podcasts.
That
I
just
know, I know.
shows how selfless I am as a person.
No, but
how
no,
I
but
value.
I don't
our
want you to sit here and be
twinship.
like, oh, this is horrible.
I'm
hate
enjoying
this.
myself. I like this.
Okay, so now you like it.
Yeah. In the beginning, I didn't.
I don't know what to say, man.
Okay, are we done? Is this
No, we're not done, dude. No, no.
What time is it?
It's 5:20. It has been 10 minutes since you last asked what time it was.
We have 29 minutes of stuff. We're fine.
Cass, come on. This
Brian?
is not bad. You cannot say. What else are you gonna do? Take a nap? Oh, come on, man.
Bye.
No, we're not leaving.
Bye,
Okay, so
everyone.
another thing.
Goodbye.
Cass, we're not done. We're
It's
not
been a
done.
half hour, Ryan.
I know, but we hardly talked about high school. We're like, oh, we think high school is easier.
Oh yeah, high
than
school
college.
was great for me. I had a good experience in high school.
Hardest year, Cass. Wow, what do you think?
Junior.
Yeah, I agree.
If you're going
Well-
through junior year right now, I'm so sorry.
We
Please don't
feel for you.
please don't overload yourself.
We're talking directly at one person right now.
To that one person, we love you. Please don't do this to
Yes.
yourself.
I was gonna say the name. But
No, don't
I
say the name.
Really wouldn't. No.
They know who
I
they are.
just,
Life
they know
is
who they
too short for you to be stressing
Yeah.
about things that have not even happened yet.
Yeah, don't be in that position. Really.
Do not overload yourself at such a young age because you'll miss out on
You will.
life.
Yeah.
You will.
Being a high schooler is great and horrible at the same time. Socially, it's awesome. Academically, I hate it. But high school is a great time to make new friends.
Don't miss out on
cliches,
making
man.
cliches. It's cliche.
It's true though.
Yeah, don't stress out yourself over school. Like, oh, how many APs can I take?
Don't APs
What can this prepare me for my future? You don't know what your future is going to be like.
unless it's AP stats.
I didn't take AP stats.
More
I'm
than
fine.
2 AP classes are no good. I took 2 APs in senior year. Senior year, I took no APs in junior year, and I was still stressed. I can barely imagine how stressed someone in junior year right now taking 2 APs. That's bonkers.
I took 2 APs and did I? Yeah, I did. No, I didn't.
you
I
only took one. How
I
can you
I
take
took an
2
AP
APs in
sophomore
junior year?
year, junior
You took
year.
A push in
A
sophomore
push.
year and junior year.
Yeah.
And then in senior year, you took A push and
I took AP Spanish and AP Lit.
oh, that's right. A push wasn't a thing. I couldn't begin.
Take AP classes and classes that you're interested in.
Yeah, don't
Don't
take
take
AP.
them just because you think a college will accept you.
Yeah, no, it's not worth. It really isn't.
It's
You will
not.
you're actually killing yourself if you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep is so important. Sleep,
Sleep.
is so. I'm not
Sleep
even a
all you
doctor, and I
can.
understand that. Sleep is so incredibly
I
important.
love sleep.
So we love
sleep.
it,
Sleep's
and you
great.
need it.
Yes.
You will die without it, literally and figuratively. You will be a walking.
You're just hurting yourself in the
You
end.
are. You will be a walking. You will be a zombie.
It is not worth it to stress yourself out.
It's not good for your mental health. It's not good for certainly not good for your physical health.
Mhm.
And it is not good for anyone around you because then you just become this horrible person that is super. Not that this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't true among people I've seen.
We love
But-
you.
Yeah, we do. If you're that one person that we're thinking.
And this applies to practically everyone
does.
in junior year.
Your mood drops when you're tired. That's the science.
Yeah, and we've been through the stress.
You just become, like.
It's
worked
not
up
healthy.
And you just.
It's not really
It
beneficial in the
isn't.
end.
I regret freaking out about high school.
Yeah, I regret it so much.
You're going to fail a test. You're going to miss a homework assignment.
And it will be fine.
You're
you
not
will
gonna die.
survive.
You're not going to die.
You're not gonna.
You're really not going to die. It's
Everything
not
will
the
be
end
fine.
of the world.
Trust that everything works out in the end, 'cause it will.
It will.
Everything
you're
will
gonna get into a
happen.
good school regardless of whether or not you pass that calc exam in period 3 on Thursday.
You will get where you need to go.
Well,
You will get where you need to go.
that's a conversation for later.
We'll have a different conversation with that, but seriously, no stress. Please, 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 please,
Do
please.
not
please,
overwork
please.
yourself. It is not
Please
worth it. I
don't.
regret overworking myself.
I
in
regret it
both
too.
Junior year and in sophomore year. sophomore year. Sophomore year. Yeah.
I don't know why you're laughing, but yeah.
I got my first C+ in a class in sophomore year.
Ooh.
Shut up. No, as like an overall grade, I got my first C+. Not like a C+ on a test. I have gotten D's
Look
on
at
a
you
test.
and your bad self.
No, but it was the worst for me. I was like, crap. It was Spanish, by the way. I dropped honor Spanish that next
I
year.
love Spanish.
I hate Spanish. It's the most useless thing. I mean, sorry, that's a conversation
He's
for later.
wrong.
Conversation for later.
He's just wrong. It's fine.
But yeah. And
Take
bottom
a deep,
line,
Take a deep breath. Please live. Don't.
overworking yourself is not the solution. Just because you want to get into a good school does not mean you have to stress yourself to the limits.
'Cause you will burn out.
You will. It is
Sooner or
so
later,
bad.
you will.
It is so bad. Stressing yourself out is not worth it because it's both short term and long term.
Mhm.
Not worth it.
Yep.
Take classes that you can take. Don't overwork yourself.
Yep. Have a
That's
good
the
time.
solution.
That was good. That was a good little
Yeah, I
Side
appreciate it.
tangent.
We should do that more.
give advice.
Yeah.
We are not qualified in whatsoever.
We're not. We're not qualified, but we can input our experiences and how we look back on it in hindsight.
Yeah.
And what we would have changed.
Yeah.
Not that we're not happy with our current lives. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my current life.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm moderately happy. I mean, I regret things.
Moderately happy.
If you say you don't regret things, you're lying to
Yeah.
yourself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you should live with the mentality that no regrets, but at the same time you will have regrets.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Do what you want to do and don't be scared that people will judge you if you want to do what you want to
And-
do or that something bad will happen.
In saying that you're gonna have regrets, I mean, it's perfectly normal to have regrets. I think.
Mhm.
But-
I think we all do.
Don't live in the past and don't live in the future. I chronically live in the future. I hardly enjoy things happening in the present because I'm too worried about the
yeah,
future.
same here.
And that's not good. You got to enjoy, because life is so short. People don't understand that.
Yeah, I just had like a mini revelation.
Buddy,
the other
we're
day.
18 years old. We're not kids anymore. Is that not crazy to you?
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
That's insane.
I'm still like, oh, I'll
We're
just,
adults now. We're never going to go to a homecoming. We're never going back to high school. We're never going back to prom. We're not like this. We're never having fun birthday parties.
we can still have fun birthday
We
parties.
can. You know what? You're right. But
19th birthday.
that's crazy,
party
man.
up.
Is that not crazy to you?
That is crazy to me. And
Like,
I feel
we're
like
not.
I feel like I feel like I wasted my childhood worrying about the future.
Yes. Don't do that.
Don't do
Enjoy
it.
what you have now because adulthood is a lot worse.
I wouldn't say a lot worse, but it's pretty
The
substantial.
real world.
real world sucks. Please, please, please live your life.
Yeah.
Please be happy. Please
We've
don't.
said that for the past 10 minutes. That's how
That's
greatly
how
we-
important it is.
Yes. Don't stress out about it. Do not. That's just a fact. That's not even something you can
Stress
argue.
means you suffer twice.
Nobody argues for stress. There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm. There has been studies to prove that stress is just terrible for
Get
you in
sleep.
all ways.
Get sleep. Enjoy your high school career as it is, or in middle school if you're in middle school, or elementary school if you're somehow listening to this, which you're probably not.
Please don't.
So we've hit college and we've hit high school.
Are we done?
We're not done.
Come on.
Cass, the all-important question.
Yes.
What do you want to do with the rest of your
Oh
life?
God, please don't ask me that. I honestly don't know.
Because I don't, but I have a certain direction that I think I'm going in.
I have no direction.
Well, that's...
I don't want to talk about this, Ryan. This makes me sad.
Sorry, I'm just responding to a text.
Oh, a text that's more important than me.
No, sorry, it was like a time-sensitive text.
Uh-huh.
That can be another discussion, texting. We should write that down. Someone write that down.
I'll write it down later.
Oh, okay. But yeah, what do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I don't know.
Of your life, Cass. The question is,
Great question.
Cassidy, what do you want to do with the rest of your life?
I don't know, and I don't think you should know. I don't
don't
think
know.
anyone should
Nobody
know at this point.
knows. I mean, you can have an idea. If you had to say what your future holds, what would you say?
Hopefully, good things. I honestly have
What
no
job do
idea.
you want to have?
I don't know.
What job do you want to have?
I don't know. I don't know. What can you see me as?
Dude, I don't know.
Exactly. How am I supposed to know?
You could be anything. I can't look at you and be like, "Oh, that's a gas station attendant.
Oh,
Oh,
like,
that's a museum exhibitor. That's a historian. That person? Yeah, she digs up fossils in the Sahara."
In the Sahara?
Sahara. There's two different pronunciations of it.
The Sahara.
The Sahara
Sahara,
Desert, Sahara
Sahara.
Desert. It's like potato, tomato. Nobody says potato though.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know. I don't
I-
think
I
a lot of
can't-
people know.
yeah, I can't really look at someone and be like, "Oh, I know exactly what that person does."
Well, you seem like a doctor.
Oh, thanks, Cass.
In the
When
best
I-
way possible.
One of my friends at college, this is a deviation from what we're talking about, but it's a good deviation. It's important. He looked at me and he's like, "Ryan, I think if I had to look at you right now, I'd say you're an IT specialist." And that's the weird thing. I have this weird obsession with tech, so maybe
Exactly.
maybe he's kind of right.
You
But I
love
don't want to
technology.
do that though. I
Yeah.
feel like I could be so much more helpful than that. I couldn't really imagine not having a career in the medical field because there's nothing more helpful to someone. There's nothing more rewarding than helping someone
And that's your
that needs
opinion.
help. That's my opinion. I can't really envision myself in any other career field because
That's good.
nothing to me is more rewarding than that. And I'm not saying I'm going to become a doctor. I could. My current idea is
You could be a nurse.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying. No, I was gonna say something, and then you kind of like caught me off guard.
Oh, you could be like a surgeon
Yeah,
or like
I
a
could be anything in the medical
robotic
field. But what I'm
person.
thinking is biomedical technology. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, that's fun.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's so cool.
I
What does
don't.
one do in that? Educate
Um,
me.
Well, you can develop technology to further advance the medical field, whether it's in research or whether it's in prosthetics,
Ooh.
anything in that nature. Or, biomedical technology, biotech, I think is what it's called.
Biotech.
Or maybe that's different. Maybe it's just medical tech. I think maybe I'm
I
getting too
heard the
confused.
term biotech before.
Biomedical, though? Biomedical technology?
I don't
That's
know.
not a thing.
It's
Medical
science
technology.
and technology. It's fun.
It's medical and it's technology. That's what I'm thinking because I have a passion for tech. Sorry.
It's so cool.
It's the future.
Yeah.
It's what's going to happen. Robotics is happening, whether you like it or not. And if you're in high school and you're like, I don't know what to do with the rest of my life, robotics is the future. Robotics is such a relevant field today. Like, we need people that can code. I'm
Plug,
biased
plug,
because I did bop ball. Later conversation.
Nerd.
We'll get into that. But yeah, coding is a thing. Like, women are so underrepresented in the coding field. You have no idea.
I wanted to code when I
Why
was,
didn't you? That's awesome.
because I had a certain teacher.
What?
And
Oh, yeah. The Pembroke High School.
we don't want to.
No, we don't want to deface her, but I can understand. To some people, she's a major turnoff because some people think that she's
Well,
not.
we don't want to go into that. I'm
No.
just saying I had.
I think she's
not-
awesome. That's what I think. I mean, she's a decent. I mean, I don't want to say.
We don't want to go into. We can just edit that part out, right?
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anyways,
I'm not. No,
um,
I don't want to.
no.
freshman.
The robotics teacher at the high school is good. She is what you would call an expert in her field. She is very knowledgeable. Like, I'm not joking. She's very knowledgeable. She can code.
Okay.
I just don't know. She belong in the teaching profession? The profession of teaching? Like, no, I'm not trying to say that to demoralize her, but I'm just saying, like, I could totally see her behind some computer at Microsoft. Like, I could totally see
I
that.
could see that too.
Like, I'm not joking. I'm not.
I'm not either.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why she's a teacher because she
We
has so
can
much
just
more
edit this
potential.
part out because
No,
it's
we're not
totally
editing it out
deviant.
because
Yes, we
it's
are.
stupid.
Yes,
Editing out
yes,
is a
we-
cowardly thing to do.
It not. No, it's
It is.
not. If
Unless
it's,
unless I swore, which I don't swear, by the way.
he swears all the time. He really doesn't.
I was gonna say, geez, that is a bold claim that you cannot support with facts. Yeah, I'm disappointed because that would have been awesome.
I really wish I continued with coding.
That's
so
a regret of
nerdy.
mine too. I wish I was in coding, and I stopped doing the classes, and I regret that entirely.
It was actually so much fun.
It was fun. It's
If
fun.
Mr. Newell-
It's rewarding, and it's relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Newell, you're just gonna call him out?
Oh, Mr. Noel's great.
Hey, this is a commendment to Mr. Newell. Then I feel like we should call out the high school teacher.
No.
Why?
Moving on.
I mean, to be fair, you've never had her as a teacher.
Yes, I have.
Well, you had, but it was 4 years ago. That's not relevant. Anyways, coding is a very prominent
Yeah,
thing.
if you like that stuff, go into it.
If you're interested, if you're in like freshman year, maybe even sophomore year, go into coding classes at the high school, at any high school, wherever you go. Get into coding because coding is awesome. If you don't know what to do and you have a slight interest in technology, that's just my 2 cents.
Cool.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's what you want to do.
No,
No, I'm like rewinding. So you don't know what you want to do, but
I do not know what I want
do
to
you
do.
have any idea?
No.
Cass, what was your major before?
Psychology.
Psychology. What happened to that major?
I honestly love the subject, but I can't see myself
Okay.
as that as a for a career.
Psychology is very research dependent.
Yes, and I thought I would like that.
And
Turns
you have
out
to spend a lot of
I
time in
But
college.
yeah, that would be a long time. I don't think I.
And it's more of a science thing.
Yeah, I'm not personally. I'm not really a science person.
I know. I am aware. We live together. Lived, but we're related. We have literally known each other for our entire life.
Yeah, so I don't like science.
Yeah, she doesn't like science.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I don't have fun while doing it. I mean, I could do it if I forced myself to, but I don't.
Yeah,
like force.
that's not. If you don't think anything's fun, don't go into the field. If you don't have a
Exactly.
passion for it, don't go into the field.
Always have a passion.
Cliches, but it's true.
Yep.
I learned that the hard way.
What?
Another topic for another time.
All right.
What do I want to do? Thanks for asking, Cass.
You
I'm
said
very-
you just said biotech.
Right, but I had a couple ideas.
Okay.
Way back in the day, we're talking elementary school up until
You
middle
wanted to be an
school.
architect.
I wanted to be an architect. There was this thing called Connex. In fact, two of our mounting devices that we use to hold
They're
our
made out of
the
Connect.
cameras are made out of Connex. It's kind of like Legos, except I think it's more intuitive because you can do a lot more. You can build a lot more with Connex. Not necessarily stuff that looks.
He loved Connect when he was
I
little.
had this major obsession. I've had it ever since I was 4 years old, and I have had this obsession with it.
Mhm.
It's fallen off because it's more of a toy than anything, but you can make some pretty awesome stuff with it. But today I whipped up two camera mounts for the cameras,
Mhm.
which I mean I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, I need to get a camera mount, and we don't have any, so I'm gonna make them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to be an architect, and
Mhm.
as I went through middle school, I was like, that's more of an art thing, and I am not an art person. I'm just not an art person. I am a
Neither am I.
horrible
I
artist.
cannot draw for my life.
And people say, oh, you just tell yourself you can't draw. On the inside, you really can. And I'm like, no,
That's false.
that is so false. I cannot draw for the life of me. If you were like, yo, Ryan, draw a self-portrait, I would like, can you shoot me instead? Because that would probably be easier.
Oh my god.
I cannot draw anything. I am a horrible artist. So being an architect would either involve me A, changing my entire skill set, spending years on becoming a great artist and then working from there, or B, I just got to roll with it. I just got to go into architect school and hope that it works. Art school, I think, is where you go for architecture.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's architecture for in art, and for that you need to go like an art school.
Anywho.
But so I wanted to be an architect,
Architect.
which would involve me having a passion for art, which I don't. Well, I mean, I like art, but
Art's
I don't.
great.
I'm bad at creating art. Well, art is like music and movies, and it's not just paintings and drawings and sketches, but art is a major amount of things. But art being like drawing, I'm not good at that. And I'm not good at anything else in the art field, now that I think about it. But that changed. I couldn't really tell you when. I think I just, in middle school, at the end of middle school, like 8th grade, I was like, I really shouldn't become an architect. Like, that's the thing. Like, oh, Ryan, what do you want to do? Because now you're in high school. What do you want to do? I told him, hey, I want to be an architect. And like, oh, that's awesome. That's perfect. And I'm like, yeah. But I don't know, dude. I was like, oh, I'm going to tell him I'm an architect, and hopefully it'll
It'll
it'll happen.
Yeah.
I'll just roll with the punches. I'll just, make the moves that I'll have to make in high school, enroll in a couple art classes, and hopefully I fall in love with it. But I didn't do that. I kind of just fell into this undecided state. And then bio happened in freshman year, and I was enthralled.
You were in the same bio class.
We were in the same bio class. I think that was the last time we ever had a class together from my recall.
Aww.
Sophomore year, we definitely didn't. Junior year, no. Senior year, I don't think so. We had a couple lunches together, but that's about it. We didn't have any classes.
Oh wow.
That's scary. Our last class together was something that one of us loved and one of us hated. I
didn't-
loved bio.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan.
I loved bio. My
It's
teacher,
alright.
I'm gonna call her out. Miss Fitch. She is an awesome teacher. In fact, I can't think of a bad teacher at the high school. Like a horrible teacher.
Yeah.
I can think of teachers that I don't like as a teacher, but they're cool dudes.
Cool bros.
Yeah. By the way, for those of you that are like, dude is sexist. Dude is a man. Dudette is female. Dudette is not a word. It's not a word. Dude is a unisex term. It can be applied to both males and females and anything in between. That being said, thank you.
That
Slight
was
ramble.
such a weird tangent.
That was a weird
okay,
tangent.
go
I'm
for
sorry.
it. Keep going.
Where was I?
Great
oh.
teachers.
Teachers are awesome. I think teachers are highly underappreciated. But yeah, I don't think I could call it a bad teacher. I really don't.
I loved a lot of my teachers.
I loved my science teachers.
I loved
Specifically, Miss Fitch, Miss Porter. She's retired now. Miss Porter, you were awesome. You're not listening to this, but if you somehow stumble across this, first of all, welcome, and second of all, you were an awesome teacher. Thirdly, if I had to choose one, my all-time favorite teacher Mr. Murray by far
knew it.
takes the cake. You cannot argue me otherwise. You couldn't.
I love Mr. Mitchell.
We could have a whole episode about Mr. Murray. Mr.
Go for
Murray
it.
is the best.
I don't think he knows I exist.
I've told him I had a twin before. At one point.
At one point.
At one point I was like, "Oh, I'm a twin." He's like,
BTW.
"Oh, really? I'm cool. That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
But yeah, Mr. Murray, he's awesome. He was my AP Bio teacher. A complaint I often hear from students is that, "Oh, Mr. Murray's the worst," and they're freshmen or sophomores. And to that I say, yeah, because freshmen typically aren't social with their teachers. Freshmen aren't like, "Oh, hey, Mr. Murray, what's up, dude?" Freshmen typically aren't sociable because they're still adjusting, to high school life changes. I mean, some of them are still going through puberty, but
Why? How is that relevant, Ryan?
But my point is, it's much easier for a senior in high school to socialize with their teacher than a freshman, because freshmen are typically scared of all teachers, right?
I'm scared of all my teachers.
Well, yeah, you've never changed.
Fair enough.
But yeah, freshmen are like, "Oh shoot, I don't want to piss this teacher off because then I'm gonna get a bad grade," and then they assume that all teachers are bad. I get that. I was there once. But when you take a step back and you're like, "Oh, 3 years later, man, Mr. Murray was great." But yeah, Mr. Murray is, especially with his seniors, very social. He is just the most social guy in terms of being a teacher that I could think of. Oh, I have another teacher. Shout out my math
Who?
teacher.
Conso.
No, well, Conso and
Infa?
yeah, and
Miss Costa.
yeah, yeah, Miss Costa. But yeah, let me finish with Mr. Murray. By far my favorite teacher. His classes were hard, but that was an AP class, so it's hard. I can't speak to his freshman bio class. I don't know how that was. But I took Miss Fitch's and it was fine. I'm sure it was similar content. But math department, I really can't think of a department where the teachers were bad. I really can't. And this is exclusive to Pembroke High School. If you're listening to this and you're from Bourne, or no, that's not relevant. Bourne isn't relevant. Nobody lives in Bourne. If you live in Boston, like Worcester, and you're like, "Who are these people? I've never heard of this teacher." Well, yeah, obviously you didn't go to my school.
I think they can gather.
I'm
that
sorry
for
if you're listening to this and you're like, "I don't know what's happening."
Can we wrap up the teacher appreciation?
Yeah, sorry. My freshman geometry teacher, Miss Infa, she was awesome.
I love Miss Infa.
She's a very friendly person.
I think you rate how much you like your teachers based on how social they are, because I think that's how you are as a person.
That is a fair analysis.
You're wrong.
But Miss Costa is like the complete opposite of social, and she is a fantastic teacher. I learned so much in sophomore and junior year than I learned past that and before that. I learned so much in those 2 years than my entire life in terms of
Bold
math.
statement.
In terms of math, not in general. I've learned so much. But in math specifically, I couldn't think of a better teacher than Miss Costa that has gotten the content across as well as she has.
Bold claim.
That is an accurate claim.
All
She's
right.
the old school take notes, but she gets the content across to you if you pay attention so well. She's so good at her job. She's so good at what she does. All the praise to you, Miss Costa. I had her for 2 years. I specifically wanted her for junior year because I was like, there's no way I could have another teacher. Like, that would just be a step down. I need rigorous work. And Miss Costa filled that. Final teacher senior year, Mr. Consolati. Now, Mr. Consolati and I have a fairly extensive history. I was on the golf team, and he was the golf coach, and we were friendly. He pronounced my name wrong. He pronounced it as Ryan Jamers. And from then on in, my laughing stock nickname was Jamers. We should get into nicknames. That should be a topic. I had so many
James.
nicknames.
I've had 2.
I've had at least a dozen.
Really?
At least. Maybe
List.
not. Maybe not at least.
What-
Maybe
what-
like 10.
I know Goo.
Oh,
I
no,
know-
let's not get. Let's see later.
Oh,
Goo definitely be my most popular one though. But yeah, Mr. Consolati, he's an awesome teacher. He's a very social dude. But he's very smart. All the teachers I've listed have been very smart. Are very smart. I mean, I have nothing else to say. I mean,
Yeah, this was just like a you love letter to
oh
your
dang, I
teachers.
feel bad. I'm stealing the spotlight. You should talk. What teachers do you appreciate, Cass?
I love Miss Place.
Miss Play. Oh,
I
Miss
just
Place.
I love her so much. She's an
She's
amazing
such a
teacher.
nice person.
Yeah, I love all my teachers. That
Get
sounds a
into
little
specifics. What was your favorite teacher?
Miss Place.
Okay, second favorite.
Oof.
If I had to choose a teacher that was not math and science, Miss Walls.
Miss Walls. I love Miss Walls.
Miss Walls,
She's a good teacher.
by far. Very friendly.
Again, I think you rate them.
I
by
do,
teachers.
though. You know what? Well, no, because Miss Costa,
Okay, that's
The
like the
content.
outlier.
that is an outlier. But, I
All-
mean, I'm very enveloped in math and science, and I'm that way because of my teachers, I feel like.
Yeah.
If my teachers were garbage and I was learning on my own, I would not be that good. Maybe not that good, but, like,
But again,
Poor-
I have
poor
a
word choice.
different relationship with my teachers.
yeah, you do. You're not very social with them.
I sit there and I learn because
Yeah,
that's
but
my
that's
job.
kind of lame. That's
Because
stupid.
I don't know. I feel comfortable. I don't
You
want to.
hardly ever volunteered in school.
Oh my gosh,
I didn't
I
even have to be
hate-
in your class to know that.
I hate volunteering. I will never do that.
Explain why? Why?
I just don't like attention
Why?
on me.
Why?
I don't because if I get it wrong, then everyone's gonna be
Who
like,
cares?
"I
You're
care."
being the bigger man because, or sorry, bigger woman. 2018. Sorry, sorry, man.
2018.
Sorry, woman.
What time is it?
5:50.
Cool.
We'll wrap it up in about 10 minutes tops. But yeah. What was I saying?
I don't volunteer in class.
Oh, why don't you volunteer in class?
I just don't know. I just never have any good things to say.
But see, here's the thing. Even if you're wrong, you're stepping up.
I just hate being.
You're the
wrong.
person that's like, yo, dude, I might be wrong, but hey, at least all of the rest of you, you suckers, you're sitting down in your chairs. You might even know the answer, and you're just too scared of getting it wrong. Look at me. I'm the one that's doing the thing that none of you wants to do.
Yeah, I don't have that mindset. I'm just like, don't look at me.
But like, okay, look at me kind of seems like a egocentric kind of thing to say, but it's more of like a, fine, I'll volunteer.
I think you're so extraordinarily an extrovert.
Thanks, man. I'm not, but
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
You thrive off of talking to people. Clearly, from your like 500 million minute rant on your
No,
teachers and how
I
sociable
really
they
am
are.
not. Oh, I have to talk about the city, dude. Very briefly, but yeah, go. Why don't you like
I'm
volunteering?
just an
I just don't get it.
introvert, and I don't feel the need to contribute. I don't want to, so therefore I don't. You know those class discussions that you were forced to participate? Like
Oh
Miss-
yeah,
I
Miss
never-
Whitfield.
Miss Whitfield.
You graded
Miss Walls also did the
the wheel.
what wheel?
The
We
wheel
all-
that she would like spin. It would like random, like the wheel, the spinner.
And you'd have to.
It would be like your name in one,
I
one
hated that
little
so
section?
much.
and it would land on someone's name, and they would have to if no one was volunteering, she'd be like, all right, we're going to the wheel.
That
And
wheel was
And
definitely.
then everyone was like, no. But I loved it.
I hate that.
I
wheel.
love randomness. I love chance.
I hate that so
I
much.
love chance.
So much stress.
I think
involved with that.
if there's 5 seconds of nobody volunteering, I think all teachers should just spin a wheel and then.
Well, just I was talking more of the round. You know, we all sit in a circle.
oh,
we
and
all
you say your name and like where you're from and like what your favorite color is.
Okay, that's a different thing that I also hate, but I'm talking like class discussions where you all sit in a circle and you all have like popsicle sticks and you
y'all.
have to like I did not
You
say
said
y'all.
y'all.
nor did
All
I
right,
say
man, whatever.
you all have popsicle sticks and
I'm not trying to laugh. I'm sorry. That's fair.
and you know you have to participate at a certain time.
Oh yeah,
like,
popsicle sticks. That was a favorite.
Yeah.
of many
I
times.
hated that.
That's randomness though. That's awesome. That's a
No,
chance.
no. You were forced to participate like 2 times. You were forced to talk 2
2
times.
in one class. That was Miss Whitfield.
And Miss Walls.
Oh really?
I love Miss Walls, but that stressed me out to no end.
Yeah.
And
I
I
can
never
see
had
that.
anything interesting to say, and all the stuff was always taken by kids who wouldn't shut up,
Exactly.
looking
Oh,
at you. Ryan.
and that's another thing. That's the opposite end of the spectrum. I don't want to seem like that dude that's
You
answering
always see-
every single question.
Yeah.
And I've become extremely cognizant of that. Like, I used to be that.
We
I hate that.
we had Miss Walls together.
Oh my goodness.
Bio wasn't our last class together. English was.
Yo, that's right. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I didn't talk in that class.
Yeah, you did not. You did very poorly in the participation column of that class in Power School. We'd always look at Power School and you'd have like a 0.
I still got an A. I would like to point that out.
I got a B+. I'm not a great writer.
I beat you.
Yeah, because I'm a horrible writer.
That's not true. But yeah, class discussions. My enemy.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I
now
can see
I'm
that.
more okay with them. I'm like, oh wait, just get it over with. But
Yeah,
then I'm like,
because everybody's in that position in college.
yeah,
I still got to talk about college a little bit, and then we're done. But
okay. Talk a little more about college, and then we're done.
okay, so college is interesting because unlike high school, where you have been with the kids that you know and that you're friends with for your entire life, you're going to school with kids that have been friends with you for like 4 years usually, and that's awesome because if you're in class and you're sitting there and your friends next to you, you can have a good conversation. And you're both going through something together. I think that's the togetherness aspect.
Yeah.
Like we're all a team, and we're in this together. We're a team. We're a team. We're suffering and we're learning all together, and it's great.
You sound so infuriating.
That's high school.
optimistic right now.
College is a
It's every man for himself.
in college. Well, hold on.
At least in my
Let me
experience.
argue for college a little bit.
Okay, go for it.
College is strange because everybody that's going to your college or university or school or whatever is on the same playing field. Typically, you're not going to school with someone that you were in high school with. Typically, I know like UMass Amherst where there's like 20,000 kids, you're bound to have at least 30 that were your high school. But typically, you're on a new playing field. You're all on the same level playing field. Popularity, gone. Friends you had, gone. Clean slate for everybody,
And I did
especially
like
if you're
that
living on campus.
aspect.
What?
Yeah, the clean slate I think is a really good.
Everybody starts out the same. You're not popular. Popularity, I think, is a myth. I think popularity is fake. There is no popular.
Well,
But maybe that's just me being bitter about not being popular in high school. But that's just me. I don't know. That's just me. But yeah, you have nobody has any advantage over another person. Everybody
nice.
is the same, and that's good and bad. Because the teachers, that's bad. You're just a number to a teacher. Teachers professors, I should say, don't really form a strong relationship with you in universities because they can't. They have 700 to 1,000 kids a week coming into their class. There's no way they can remember those names.
it depends on what school you're in, but yes.
Yeah,
there's a lot
like
more
lecture
kids.
halls, no way. I mean, in
Right.
a small class, I have a majority all small classes except
Same
for my
here.
bio and arguably my chem class. My chem class is just like a big classroom, but my bio class is a lecture hall. And I get both aspects. And I have positives and negatives to both. Generally, they're good. There's no advantage over the other. But yeah, in lecture halls, you're just a number. Like the professor doesn't know your name. I mean, I don't blame him for not knowing. There's 300 other kids. But yeah, I don't. What was I saying?
I honestly don't know. I was just kind of nodding and hoping I would.
Oh, but this is a podcast where we're a team cast.
I know.
This is
I'm
a group
sorry.
effort, and you got to talk into the microphone more.
I know I do. I'm sorry. Can you
Good,
hear?
I like that.
Hello.
See, when we bump up your EQ in post, because everything happened in post, that's gonna be loud. We're gonna have to turn it down a little bit at that point. But that's fine.
Okay.
No, but it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take care of that.
Are we done?
No, I was talking about college,
I thought we would be done.
and you can pitch in too. Everybody starts out the same, as we've
Yep.
said.
Yep.
But also, it's a open canvas for you to be you.
Yeah. Because
Like you shouldn't feel like you have to fit in.
Exactly. I feel like you feel pigeonholed in high school. Like, oh,
Yes.
these people have known me my entire life. I shouldn't change.
Yup.
Or like,
Yup.
at the same time, like, oh, these people have known me my entire life. Some people take it as I need to change extremely to who I don't feel like.
And
So-
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because fitting in, again, I feel like that's a myth.
It's
Well,
just
it
dumb.
should be. It should be fake. I mean, it happens. People feel like they need to fit
High
in, but
school is socially exhausting.
it is. Fitting in high school, that does not exist in college.
I don't think people care enough whether
No.
you fit in or not.
No, nobody cares what you do.
Yeah.
And that's where I was going to get at with the city.
It's refreshing.
It is. You can be
having-
you. You can
Yeah.
literally do whatever you want.
Mhm.
I just think that in the city, which is where I'm going to school, I mean, the
As am
city is good and bad because people in Massachusetts in general, I'm just going to say it, in the city especially, are just cold. Like, no, I'm serious though.
Yeah.
Like, people are so brutal. It's ridiculous. It's appalling sometimes.
Really?
Like, people just don't care about you. They just want to get where they're going, and they don't care who they have to hurt to get there.
Ooh.
Both literally and figuratively. Like, oh, if I have to push through this dude's way and like kind of shove him off the train
Then
he
so
looks
be
like a
it.
scrawny 18-year-old, then I'll do it. I don't speak from experience. What are you talking about?
Someone shoved you off the train?
It was a little more complicated than that. I won't get into details. I was like, okay, I'll go into details.
Okay, and then
So-
we're stopping after this.
Well, no, we'll finish it up. But yeah, I was just at Park Street. You know, I had gotten off the commuter rail, took the red line over to Park Street, 2 stops. I'm standing in the green station at Park Street. The Heath Street E train rolls up, as it does every day. And there's a large amount of people, as there is every day, and getting on the train is, as is every day, difficult. There was a point where I was getting on the train and I was close kind of to the door. Like, I could have, like, if one person had been standing there, I could have just walked off the train. And some old man, he had a cane. He looked really frail. He looked like he was 75-ish.
Okay.
He looked like very, physically impaired. He was trying to get on the train. And this man, I'm not going to say names because I don't know his name. He was standing in the way. And he could have moved in, but he didn't. Like, he just didn't move.
So you felt like you needed to get off the train.
So I was like, I'm just going to get off the train. Like, that's how cold some people can be. They don't care who they have to hurt to get where they need to go. Like, that's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some 18-year-old loser had to get off the train because some 35-year-old man wouldn't move in. So I had to get off the train and let the guy on. And then, oh my God, I have so many things to write about on the train.
We
There's
could have
that.
another episode on that. What time?
No, but it's a city. But, over an hour, yeah, it's fine.
Ow, I just hurt my back.
I just hurt my back. But no, another thing with the city, with the train especially, people don't move in. People just don't move into the train. When you get on the train, people are just like, oh, I'm just going to stand in the way. I'm just going to stand at the door. And they expect people to walk by them, like squeeze past them. Walk into the train, people. I mean, it's taking extra 10 steps. And also, one more thing. And I have another bone to pick with you. This is the last thing, I swear. One word. Escalators. Escalators. We're coming
Yep,
home.
they exist.
It's Friday, so Cassie and I, like, getting home.
Okay, I made a mistake, and I didn't realize I made a mistake. Okay, can we move
I mean,
on?
people like you, man. We
Whoa, you're mean.
Whoa, you're mean.
Unbelievable.
But no, we're on the red line. I had parked at the Braintree station because the commuter. I knew we would not catch the commuter rail. There's a 12:25 train. My last class ends at 11:50. I knew that, knowing Cassidy, she would be late as usual to the green station.
Hey,
So
I was
we
only
wouldn't make
2
it to the
minutes late
commuter
this
rail.
time.
This was me thinking ahead. So I was like, all right, you know what? Since we're gonna miss the 12:25 train, I'm just gonna park at Braintree at the red line where trains run a lot more frequently. So I'm like, hey, Cass, we're going to the red line. She's like, oh, okay. So we get on the green train, switch at Park Street on the red train. We get to Braintree. It's the last stop. Everybody has to get off. In Braintree Station, there's an escalator going down, and there's a set of stairs.
I made a mistake.
She did. Hold on, I'll explain it.
Can we move on? I didn't realize.
No, hold on. You should have noticed. There's escalator etiquette. It's this thing that's kind of just commonly accepted. It's the unspoken rule. You can think of it as a highway. The right side is for traveling with the escalator. The left side is for passing, like a highway. There's a travel lane and there's a passing lane. On an escalator, there's a standing lane and there is a walking lane. You can either stand on the right side, where you just kind of stand there and move with the escalator, or you can walk on the left side, where you can go faster than the people and just keep walking. We get on this escalator, and there's a line of people on the right side already. Like, there's a big line of people on the right side, and there's nobody on the left side. There's another dude in front of us. He's walking, and then I get on. I assumed Cassidy would start to walk with me because she had no reason to stop. So I start walking down the escalator, as a normal person would.
I have never seen anyone walk down an escalator.
You have no idea, dude. And this is a huge problem at South Station. Like, I have missed trains because I'm on a long escalator and people wouldn't move. Low-key, I have not. I've missed a train, a 12:25 train, because this lady stopped on the left. She just stopped. Like, she was walking and she just stopped. And I spent, 30 seconds on the escalator, and I was running out to the platform, and the train is rolling out. I missed it because this lady wouldn't move. I would have taken the stairs had I known she was going to walk, but she was walking when I got on, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm just going to walk. I'll get on. But anyways, back to the present story, or to the story that actually matters. Cassidy follows me. I start walking down the left side. I get to the bottom of the escalator. I look around expecting Cassidy.
I didn't realize that I had to walk.
And she is standing on the left side. There's nobody in front of her. She totally could have kept walking, and she was initially, and then stopped.
I would have definitely fallen down the escalator.
Oh my goodness, that's what a handrail's for, buddy. And the bad thing is, the horrible thing is, the painful thing is, there was 3 people behind her.
I didn't realize there were people behind me.
And they're all adults, and they're looking at her like, ugh, gosh, someone stopped again.
I apologize to those 3 adults.
Yeah, if you're listening, we apologize. She didn't know. I'm just being a little
I
too
plead ignorance.
playfully harsh with her. But yeah, escalator etiquette. That's the one thing I had to rant about.
Okay.
Because I had a bone to pick with you, and I couldn't let that simmer.
I apologize for not
Thank
knowing
you.
escalator etiquette.
But now you know.
Now I know.
Sweet.
Well, this has been fun.
This has been fun. This has been a long episode. I think
It's going to be in 2 parts. Okay, bye.
it's not
This
gonna
was
be.
great.
What's your thing with 2 parts?
Bye.
No. Okay. So we are done.
Bye.
Cassidy just took that. Oh, she's walking out. Oftentimes I find myself needing some. No. Actually, keep this recording. You keeping it recording?
It's not recording.
It was never recording? Did you stop it? No. Oh, gosh. I think we just lost footage, guys. Oh, no. Is yours recording? Oh, gosh. Maybe it just stopped because it was out of storage. But anyways, thank you for listening this far. 75 minutes. Holy crap. That is farther. Time flies, dude. Did you think? That felt quick. What did we start with? We started with high school. But anyways, thank you for listening. We'll be back next Monday. Bye. She says bye. I don't think you guys are here because there's a noise gate. But yeah, peace out. Oh, we're ending. Oh yeah. Hey. Welcome back.
That's not my recording.
It was.
Hope you enjoyed whatever thing we're ending up.
What? It was college versus high school. We were
Hope you
just
en-
talking about this.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Well, you seem so. 2 seconds ago, you were so happy.
Hope you enjoyed.
Hope you enjoyed.
Seriously, hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting. Hopefully,
Yes.
you're still listening. That'd be cool. All right.
Did you just ask them why they're still listening?
I said, hopefully, you're still
Oh, I
listening.
thought you said, how come you're still listening?
Yeah, why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
Bye.
Why are you listening to us?
Goodbye.
Yeah. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it.
Bye.
If you did enjoy it,
Oh, my God.
you can find us anywhere. Pretty much anywhere you can find podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts, or Google Play Music. SoundCloud, pretty much anywhere.
Yep, all the places.
If you can, on any of those platforms, the only one that I know you can follow us on is Apple Podcasts. But if you can follow us and you want to hear more of this stuff, follow us, because you'll get notifications every time we post a new episode. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye.